logs. Let's talk to the teams.
Let's talk to the teams. We got tons of people here some people here from both teams, I think, here.
I think it's me from my team.
It's you from, we got Ips here, obviously, who got to sit here and listen to the comms from TLR right at the end. And,
yeah, that was shameful.
Good number of the TLR people here. TLR, oh my god, congratulations on taking every map point you could have taken. Taking both of them. It was crazy.
Thank you very much.
I don't think that you guys were probably ever doubted yourselves. I think you
probably...
You did?
Yeah, we
okay,
had
well, talk about that. How did you feel coming into this one?
We had the most epic fail start to the night. I mean, Ryzen's internet went down and we were so unsettled. We got smashed by LBC in the warm-up. I think I'm probably having the biggest stinker of a night, really, to be fair, even on process. And obviously Nox came in last minute and kind of give us a bit of stability, really, and pulled us back through, I suppose, which was kind of nice of those guys to allow him to play. I guess some people would consider him an upgrade for his game sense, but yeah, we were pretty deflated going in for sure.
I got a lot of shit for allowing Nox as a merc from my team.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, tell them
so, I mean,
they're pussies.
We're wondering, you know, with the future of the Mela Mul team up in the air, I mean, Nox, are you going to sign a multi-million-dollar contract now and come and be the man on this TLR team?
No. Yeah, Mela Mul fault because we didn't have schedule and we didn't have time to play, so I didn't have the time to play too, and just because of that, so I stopped TF2 for this season. Just an opportunity tonight to merc. Like, I came at 29 and they say that we need a merc. I say okay. I didn't know it was unofficial, just for play, for fun.
Yeah, that's Admirable.
Yeah, so come and get a confirmation. Nox is not going to join TLR and replace Rising.
Definitely not.
No.
It was a very entertaining game. Let's just say that. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought maybe process something could happen, but that was just me being hopeful. But I think the person we really need to talk to here is Ips and ask what the hell went wrong.
I think our combo is pretty bad at the moment. Like, the interaction between me and Toon and Cadis is completely dire. I don't know. I think on Viaduct it was a bit more obvious, but if you look closely on, what was it, Process as well, I have to play way too aggressive for us to find important picks, and like I would always have to go and like leave the combo to actually get Merlin down or to bomb Nox or whatever, which leaves Toon unprotected, and then it just from time to time just spirals from there. And then when we actually have an Uber, this is why we never like Ubers. When we have an Uber, our Ubers are so garbage. Like a bit between the chairs at the moment of what to think about this.
Well, I mean, can we ask, let's talk about specifically the last points on process. There were so many pushes where you guys came in on the last and TLR just stood up like a brick wall. Do you feel like that was more so bad coordination on your guys' part, or do you think that was more their defense?
There were like pushes where we came into rollout into their last and there was not a single sniper called, and we already pop in rollout and they're on the other side of last. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We just popped Uber for nothing, and the same thing happened on Viaduct, really. Like, Cadis just got crits. Like, someone is really not paying attention if these things just keep on happening, and
that crits.
It's just, I don't know. You know, I'm not that kind of guy to ever blame someone whenever in early interviews something went wrong. I always said I was underperforming, but I think, especially on Viaduct, I did I did more than I should have done, and at the moment, our biggest letdown is the way the combo plays.
Do you want to know what happened on that crits? I said, it's a scout, don't use. Anton pops the crits and says, I thought you were going to say use.
So the story here from you guys who, Cadis and Ips, this is talking, who are both in the combo, you're having a little trouble with Thun. Is it just now that you're actually facing a team who can really challenge you that you're sort of seeing these weaknesses, or is this something you've been aware of since the start of the season?
I was a mistake allowing Nox in the first place, because Nox he just knows what's up, right? He's gonna find out what is, like, that's, like, he's not the aim strongest soldier. I'm not the aim soldier, but we have one thing alike. I think that we find out what the enemy team is actually doing next, and especially on mids, you could see that Nox was completely wrecking us on process, like for 3 mids in a row. He just jumped and got like 2 picks, and then Kello came in with his ridiculous black box roaming there and wouldn't die. It's just like that. I think that was I really underestimated him there, and then it's just like. When it comes to these Uber versus Uber situations, we're just not really used to it, because in scrims, like, we just roll through, or we just go all in and die, so we never really even have an Uber. So it's really bad then. Like, this is, I think the Uber versus Uber trades is where...
Just Milan, man. Milan have good timing for Uber back push, that's all.
Who has that? What do you say?
Milan,
yeah.
Milan
yeah, like, I don't have that. Honestly, like,
that's all.
I could call properly and like lead pushes all the time if I would be there all the time, but you see the way that I have to play is like like when we're pushing Spire on process, I'm on the battlements making room for everyone to get in, so I don't know what is happening to my medic fighting a scout together with my scouts or something in my back. So it's like we will see how. I think our game style will have to change if people gonna just start to play this Uber game versus us, if you know what I mean. Like, look at the results we had against Lego when it was Uber v Uber. Like, that was ridiculous. They took us to 43 on Gully Wash. We lost mids because of their weird ass strategies with the sniper and heavy and everything they did there. But it was not that, like, meaning losing mids is not losing you the rounds. I think all these Uber trades that we lost as well has just to do with who gets flashed in what situation, who goes behind and whatever. And we're just really bad with this. Like, we have to say it. We're not good. We don't have the best kind of healing pocket scenario. My mindset is to play aggressive. His mindset is, I don't want to die, so I pop.
And not then really agree with you. Like, tonight I saw Rake and Kyler already in good form too. What's the point?
Well, Yeah, no, like, I was talking about myself. Like, I'm playing aggressive. I don't know what do you mean, Nox?
It's not really the point.
I think Kyrie sees me, you... Gear was equal. I think it's Rake and Kyler who make the difference tonight. But I think...
On Viaduct, I had to constantly jump your medic and your demo to actually get these kind of frags. It's not my job. Like, hands down, it's not my job to jump from one side.
So.
Yeah, if we don't do that, you would just constantly have fucking Uber advantage.
I know.
Like, don't give me that now. You know how this works.
I want to call out that among both maps this evening, Rake had 13 headshots.
Yeah, that's not too much.
Rake deserves credit. He's always in the wings, and people maybe don't recognize the job that he does. He was on fire.
Man, he's fucking garbage on scout, and then he goes sniper. Like, honestly, don't give me that shit with like underestimate
He's not garbage
him.
on scout.
People underestimate him because he's not the best of scouts, and then he feeds on scout to go sniper.
He had the most frags on process, tied for second most frags on Viaduct.
I will flip it around.
It's nice, I think, if your team already wins.
The other way, rather than... I'll offer an alternative. Rather than Rake and Kyler played well, Bash is underperforming here tonight. He's bottom in terms of frags on both maps, and he only put out like less than 4k damage on that Viaduct game. Only about 200 per minute.
Epsilon
so
player bottom fragging.
Drop the head.
Shame on them.
Is he still with Maria?
Shut up, Merlin.
Wow, Merlin, I'm gonna have to kick you out of chat.
Maybe,
Be cool.
Maybe she distracted him.
Oh, wow. Right, anyway. We've heard Ips complaining here, or sort of not exactly doing his dirty wash in public, but you know, he's had a few complaints about Thune. He feels like he can do as much as he can. What was it like from the TLR perspective? Heist, what did you think of the Made in Germany performance tonight? Where did they fall down?
Honestly, it sounds crazy. I couldn't really tell you. I didn't really have a very good mindset myself in this game, and I wasn't really in it. And to be fair, if it wasn't for Nox, we maybe wouldn't have been in it either, because I was having such a poor game. I only really managed to turn it around on Viaduct, and I guess to some extent having Nox there helped me turn my stinker of a night around as well and focus on my game a little bit more. It's difficult. I couldn't really criticize him. It just seemed to me like in most scenarios we were quite well organized, and we managed to push them back at the right times and make the right plays when we needed to. I don't know how to analyze it more than that.
Yeah, listening to the comms there when I was sitting in the last 45 seconds showed that he was calling a lot more than Rising would ever do. So I guess that definitely helped.
Okay, thanks for the marking. See you guys. Was fun.
See you, Nox.
Bye.
It was interesting right from the start of the game when we were listening to the TLR comms, just how dominant a voice Nox was on there, when usually we're used to hearing Heist control everything. Like, how did that feel to be sort of stepped over there, Heist?
It was a pleasure, because when we've had the warm up, obviously I was just having a stinker, and when I was having that kind of night, I think I had about 20 deaths or something against LBC in the warm up, and we got smashed like 6-1. And Exxon only had about 3, so I was just totally out of it. I don't know why, I just couldn't get my head in it, and if it wasn't for Nox, then on this time I think we'd have fell down, because I think it showed when I was unable to organise the team on the first map. And so it's actually quite hard, because I've started to get used to Ryzen. He does a lot of work people don't realise, maybe not the highest damage over the first 3 games I think I've played with these guys now, but he's really solid, and he helps me do my job, so it made it difficult, and obviously Nox was a big difference.
Yeah,
Let me ask you.
I'll go for it.
Oh, I will. I just got to get this drama, you know. It's
of course, that's your thing.
Burning a hole in my mind. Like, you guys played both warm-up maps with Clar, and then you dropped him for Nox. What a vote of no confidence. How rude is that?
Well, honestly, it wasn't Nox's. It wasn't Clar's fault whatsoever. It was probably more mine. And as you can see on process, I didn't have a good game there either. So I just put that down to me. But I had to make a big decision if we want to pick up points, and it was really kind of the Made in Germany guys to play Nox. But like you say, it doesn't matter to them really, because when it comes to the playoffs, they'll have their chance to obviously return the favour.
We'll not play pocket for unit playoffs.
We'll see how it goes with Rising back, but I think people may be surprised how close of a match it may be even with Rising back. So.
Right.
I agree that Rising's a really smart player. What I was going to say is that you're totally right. Looking at the numbers on process, Nox out damaging you and almost twice as many frags as you. So
but he does take the pocket heals on that map. If you look at Cadis's heals in comparison, and Cadis is very fast in middle as well. But I mean, I did still have a really bad game, irrespective. I'm not really defending my play by healing. I should certainly have played a lot better.
I think more damage on him.
Viaduct was a lot better for sure.
I have more damage than him and seven more death. And that's what I mean. I can't stay back in pocket.
Can I ask a question to Team Germany, please?
Team Germany. Yeah, do it.
Come on.
Please.
Let's ask a question.
You're so polite.
I wanted to ask why your team is named so bad, because the best name is Team Ips, I think, yeah.
Team Artist is the best name.
So maybe an upcoming different name change for the team, who knows. Admirable, what else we got?
We got to beat up this Eps guy a little bit. Like, he's sitting back here.
We gotta beat him up. He's got a cough. Can't you hear him? He's dying almost.
He's saying
he's
like
dead soon.
He's doing so much for his team, and he's blaming everybody else. But what can Ips do? Why doesn't Ips just play like Nox then? If the Nox style wins, why doesn't Ips just play like the Zebo pocket or whatever?
Because then you don't have anyone killing Marilyn ever. Like, then it comes down to the medic staying alive, and then Marilyn always wins the battle. If you talk like this, if you actually just talk like spam fights and Uber counting and whatever, then Marilyn will always have the upper hand, so you have to get that guy down. Right? Because...
So it's literally because your medic isn't as good as Marilyn. You have to go and do more work on his behalf.
Look at Amaro putting words in people's mouths.
No, I mean, is that what you're saying? It's because Dun isn't delivering.
If we talk both maps, if we talk like process, and I explained that before, process and viaduct, it's always better for us not having a Uber v Uber situation.
Yeah, like the story of your season so far, it's since the cup, you guys have been showcasing this really aggressive style where you're dominating all the open plays, but then in the last 2 games, like you said, against Lego, whenever it comes down to these Uber battles and strange situations, where it's not so open, or it's like the Uber versus Uber situations, it's a struggle for you. Like you said, you're gonna have to change your play style. Are you serious about that, or is it just like a small adjustment you need to make here?
Well, taking the average of the last games we played, right, and like the last officials, is that we almost lost the one map there against Lego. Like, I don't count that as a good result for us, and we now lost 2 maps. That almost makes like 3 maps lost in the last 2 officials, and then I think we just have to adapt now. Like, we can't force our playstyle on the teams because they seem to have figured out. I still think I'm not reading too much into the results tonight, like in terms of how I'm looking forward to meeting TLR in the playoffs, but there's stuff we need to talk about. Like, there's a lot of, like, Gear's just messaging me now asking if we need to watch demos this weekend. So there are a lot more people in the team that care about the stuff, which is really good. And
One thing I'd like to ask, maybe I'll throw this one out to Cadis, but like, this is the first time we've seen Made in Germany really lose. What was the atmosphere like on Mumble? That's often the test of a team, how they react to a loss. Did you guys sort of hang the heads, or was it?
I made like a mistake on process when I thought on process that we already lost like a last hold, and then I asked about what's going on in these situations and how I can't get dropped in Ubers like this, and if I'm main calling Ubers I can't get dropped before they even start. And then I think I lost us a round, pretty sure that I lost us the round and dragged down the comments a lot by talking about this and not making, like, being aware of that we're actually still in the last defense. Like, I just kept talking and then they came in and destroyed us in last, and I gave the team the feeling, I think, that I already gave up on that round, which was definitely the wrong move if you're like the leader or main call of a team.
Yeah.
But like and I just didn't feel that on rollouts I could talk about the stuff that is going on, because like, yeah. And then on there was like a point on Viaduct where we know it was over. I think it happened with when Cadis just got crits, he gave up.
That was one of the dumbest things I've had happen to me in a match in a long time, I'm not gonna lie.
And you've played with me as your medic, man, you know, that's a pretty big spectrum of fucking dumbass shit.
Yeah, I don't know, it was a weird one. Me and Thun, it's funny because I guess me and Thun always have this problem when we use crits where, like, I'll say use and then 10 seconds later I'll be screaming because he hasn't used yet. So I think, like, whenever he has crits ready and I haven't said something for a while, if he hears my mic activate, he's now just like had it drilled into him that he should right click. So somehow it's just a scout now translates into use. I don't know, this stuff happens too much for my taste. But
well, I mean, yeah, it is done. I mean, we'll move on. Some people are wondering, Ips, is the reason that you're so sick right now, is it because you're allergic to losing?
No, I think it has to do. It's exactly the other way around.
You're allergic to winning?
I think being very sick starts to make us lose as well, or make me play worse. By far. But it's just temporary, so it's all good. I don't mind. The good thing I like is that people will always keep cheering for the underdogs, and then they get into a false sense of security, which works into my end in the end.
Well, I can tell you one thing about, at least from my perspective, we never have that attitude that we're superior to everybody else. Like, that's the one thing about every lineup that TLR formed, is people didn't expect anything, and we still don't expect anything of ourselves. We still think very much that Made in Germany is the team to beat in the season, and that will definitely remain.
You guys are top of the league now. Like, you can't seriously think that.
No,
we're the number one team in Europe right now.
Shut up, Britain.
You're number one. Your head is swelling right now.
No, it's not. It's definitely not.
Shut up, Britain.
I like this team. I like this team a lot more with Nox tonight on Pocket, and I've never seen you guys play like this before in that kind of way. So.
Well, I think the only real difference is that Nox can command and he can take the heals and allow me to play back and come in differently. That's the one thing.
So the only difference is a dramatic difference in your
opinion?
Well,
no, it's not. I think you're talking about one player in 6. I think you just seem to be looking for reasons to blame.
I haven't said anything all night though.
Shots fired.
The truth is that's what happens when you have such high expectations of yourself, and then you look for someone to blame.
Bro, I didn't say anything until now.
Okay, well, if we lay down the facts as it stands, right? You just got the best main call in the game, basically, to main call for you. And considering that the last couple of times we played against your team and Rising was main calling and he was really bad at it, just got trashed. Then it makes all the difference. It seems it makes all the difference.
I agree. Nox makes a difference. All I'm trying to say really is that, I mean, we had the game against Phoenix and let Stark come in and play, and we let Brago come in and play as well. And I mean, you can make of that what you will, but it's one player out of 6, and there's some guys who had a good game tonight, and I don't like to take away from the fact that, you know, what the others did as well, really.
Well, let's go to one of those guys. Ask Rick a question. He's sitting there all lonely. Rick, you actually sniped well for once. People know you're a guy who likes to snipe a lot but rarely delivers the goods. What the hell was going on? Did you toggle tonight,
wow.
bro?
That's one way to say it.
Wow, that's a pretty rude call out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you're great all the time. I disagree with it, Admirable, you know, phrasing it that way. That is, what a rude guy, you know?
You've seen me, play 2 nights that I had decent games.
I've seen you play double mixes for 4 years, man.
Well, you have, but Getawhale.
No, I mean, that's good. True. I haven't seen as much of you as this guy sitting here above me, but, you know, I think it was a factor tonight, definitely. I mean, I don't know if the other team can confirm, but, you know, maybe the German guys hesitant to walk out on that Viaduct map because you were doing great work.
Yeah, it was destroying us.
I'm a garbage
it seems to be, like, quite often, or once you realised Rake was up, Kadis was the first to die. Were you trying to jump in there to get Rake, or just getting caught out?
We had really... we do this forward hold where I stand on cliff and hold this left side, and it's something I've actually discussed. We haven't played Viaduct that much, but every time we do, it's something I've pointed out, and the way we set this hold up is really poor because I have to wait for a buff before I can go up there, because obviously Thurn is going to be nowhere near me for the next 20 minutes. And when I get up there, half the time they're already walking in there, or as TLR did, they constantly put like 5 guys coming through this door, so as soon as I dead sticks once, they get in. So most of the time, as I'm coming up to cliff to set up this forward hold, I would just get headshot by Rake from lower left. It's one of the things that's hard to adapt in the middle of a game, but most of the time I was just trying to do my job. That was like how I'm told to do this forward hold, and it just didn't work today.
Frustrating to play against? Like, did you just sort of drop the head on Viaduct, or did you really feel you could get back into it, or was it just like after the first map were things just slipping out of control for me in Germany?
I don't know about that. Like, I always just try and play focus the whole game and then figure out what happened afterwards, like winning or losing, unless it's like a complete roll and you get a bit giggly. I always try and keep the same mindset up till like the final overtime. I thought we could get back into it, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed because I kept saying this forward hold is really wonky, and I get the usual response, it's what Epsilon did, and like, you know, it's a bit silly.
The guy that figured it out in Epsilon also knows how to beat it, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just instantly rush there.
It's actually what I always said to do when Epsilon did a forward hold. Obviously, a team I was in never did shit against Epsilon, but it's kind of obvious if you forward hold, you can just, if you send your fucking boys through one side, one will die, and then the others will get in for free. So, I did kind of half bring it up, but most of the time my voice doesn't carry very far. And it's the kind of thing we'll review after a game and fix it for the next one.
How do the tables look now? Check.
Yeah, let's look at the tables. I think the difference was 7 points before the match started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was 24 and 17, I believe.
6 to Dotter.
Yeah.
Dotter sneaked up there. I thought the last resort were going to be going into first place, but I guess after this they'll only be second. Made in Germany will still be ahead by 1 point, right? You get 6 for a win.
Oh, everyone got a default win because Melamo folded.
Oh, right.
No?
The table's not updated yet from this last result.
Tables, it looks the same as before. But the tables will be updated. What do you think? Is it time to call it here, Admirable?
Maybe.
Unless you have any more drama that you want to sling around.
Sunny Black. Oh, Sunny Black told me who won. I didn't even pay attention. I think we should probably announce that. Scissors won this TC Esports mouse mat.
Mouse pad. It sounds like a mouse pad to me.
I think you're confusing it with a mouse mat.
Heist.
Well, Scissors, congrats,
We should-
and you pulled it out, brother. Come on down to the front, and we'll give it to you. No,
Isom,
we'll get in touch with them.
we should call out the ETF2L administration for not responding to admin requests for 25 minutes.
Yes, when we disagree in the server. Sorry to keep everyone waiting. Who was watching? Couldn't have been very fun, but it worked out fair in the end, I guess. And obviously, thanks to Made in Germany again for allowing Nox.
Well,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
That
It was
fun.
we had fun. We kept it entertaining here on the stream. Somebody shouted a happy belated birthday to Mirlin. Is that true, Mirlin?
Oh yeah, I had it yesterday.
Nice. Happy birthday to Mirlin. If we had known, we would have sang happy birthday to you.
Today
but,
is your birthday?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Should we all sing
Oh.
happy birthday?
Yesterday. It doesn't count. It's bad luck if we do it now.
We'll get you next year. Next year, make sure you have a match right here on Team Fortress TV on your birthday, and we'll do it.
Oh, let me check. Wait.
Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday,
dear
Happy birthday to
you.
Nice, thank you.
Hip hip. Hooray.
And now you die tomorrow. Bad luck.
For he's
Shouldn't
a
have done
jolly good
that.
fellow. So that's
Right.
it. I think we're breaking down and going crazy here. I think we'll let everyone run out and call it a stream. Admirable?
I'm done.
Thoughts? You're done? Admirable's dead in real life?
Yeah, everybody, check out Team Fortress TV, YouTube, Twitch, Steam community, on Twitter as well, and head over to the website and check out the schedule because I'm not sure what game we're going to cast next, but there's like 2 or 3 on Thursday. We're going to do one of them for sure.
For sure. Well, thanks
Good
for
game.
tuning in, guys, and it was a great stream, and thanks to the players here for joining us for interviews, and we will catch you guys next time.
Mm-hmm.